Pre-Algebra Lesson 118, English Volume Conversions. So this is another extension of unit multipliers, and it's very, very similar to all the way back in Lesson 33 when we learned how to convert square units. Now, if you remember, when we go to convert square units, if we're converting square feet to square yards, we simply just use our normal unit multipliers, but we do them twice. Now, if we remember volume is in the third dimension, which we can see with this picture of a three-dimensional cube, which means if we're doing conversions of volume, we're going to multiply each unit not twice, but 3 times. And that's how we're going to do our volume conversions. So let's just hop right into an example. Okay. Example 118.1 on page 373, they tell me to use 3 unit multipliers to convert 14 cubic feet, or feet cubed. I need to convert those to inches cubed, or cubic inches. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to follow my rules of unit multipliers, which is I take my starting point and I'm going to write that as a fraction over 1. So I've got 14 feet cubed over 1. The next rule is I'm going to start drawing my unit multipliers, right? So let's draw a blank unit multiplier, but since this is cubed, I'm going to have to do everything 3 times, right? So if you remember on area, we'd have to do it twice. For cubed, we got to do it 3 times. Now, once I draw my blank unit multipliers, I take whatever word is on top. That's going to become my denominator. So since feet is up here, the label on my denominator is going to be feet. I'm going to copy that not once, not twice, but 3 times, so that way I can cancel that feet cubed, okay? Now, I have to remember, where am I going? I'm going from feet to inches. So, do I have a unit multiplier that goes directly from feet to inches? I do. I know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill that information into the rest of them. Okay, 12 inches in 1 foot. Great. Now, before I finish, before I write my final answer, I'm now going to cancel these, right? That's going to cancel between 1, 2, and 3. So quick note, what's happening here on this cross cancellation is if I have, let me put it this way, if I have x cubed over x times x times x, well, I could rewrite x cubed. That's the same as just writing x times x times x, which means that they all cancel, right? So that's why we need 3 of them to cancel this feet cubed. That's what's going on here. Also, if I have inches times inches times inches, well, the inches times inches is inches squared times another inches is inches cubed. So what I'm going to get from my final answer is really interesting. I'm just going to get 14 times 12 times 12 times 12 inches cubed, and we can leave our final answer just like that, unmultiplied, right? So we don't have calculators in our classroom yet, and with cubic conversion rates, you're going to get a lot of numbers, and we're not going to multiply for final answers, okay? We're just going to leave them like that. So we're going to cancel everything that we can, and then we'll simplify our answer. Now, when writing your answer like this, your starting number will always be outside of parentheses, and every unit multiplier you get will be in parentheses with your label all the way at the end, okay? So that should be a nice relief. We don't actually have to multiply and get large, numbers in the thousands, or divide a whole bunch and get really small decimal numbers anymore. We're just going to simplify our answer like that. Now let's do one more example. What if I have to use more than 1 unit? What if there's something in between I have to go to? Okay, so we'll do 118.3. We have to use 6 unit multipliers to convert 50,163,529 cubic inches to cubic miles, right? So I'm starting off at 50,163,529 inches cubed, and I have to go to miles cubed, all right? So first rule of unit multipliers, I'm going to take my starting number and write it over 1. So I've got 50,163,529 inches cubed over the number 1, and then since this is cubed inches, I'm going to go ahead and put 3 blank unit multipliers, not 1, not 2, but 3. All right, and since inches is on top, that's going to be my label on the bottom, not once, not twice, but thrice. And then once I put that on the bottom, now I just have to figure out, is there a way to go directly from inches to miles? There's not. But I can go from inches to feet, and then I could go from feet to miles. So we will go from inches to feet. I know there's 12 inches in 1 foot, and then I'm going to fill that in to the other 2. Great. So now that cancels. And then I still have to get to miles, though. I'm not at miles yet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the conversion from feet to miles. So I write another 3 blank unit multipliers, and I'm going to have to do 3 because I have 3 feet up there. So now I'm going to take that word, which is on the top, that's going to be on the bottom now, right? And then I can go from feet to miles, because I know there's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Right? And now the word feet can cancel. What this does for my final answer, right? For my final answer, I'm still going to have my starting number, 50,163,529. Now, if I look at the numerator, there's only 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so there's no numbers in the numerator other than 1. 1 I'm not going to write down. In the denominator, I have 12, 12, 12. So I'll go ahead and put 12, 12, 12. And then I have 5,280, 5,280, 5,280. So I'm going to put 5,280, 5,280, 5,280. And then the last bit of information, the most important part, is this miles cubed, right? And that is going to be my final answer. All right, it takes up a lot of space on the paper, but I think it's much better than dividing this number by 12, then dividing that answer by 12, then dividing by 12 again, and et cetera, et cetera. That's all I've got for this lesson. If you have any questions, let me know on the school website, and I will see you in class.